I'll say the super chat real quick before we get into it.
Yeah, go ahead, rock that.
Joe Hernandez says, I feel like TJ lost the DPOY yesterday. What happened in the Cowboys game? I didn't even watch it.
Trayvon Diggs got a pick, and Michael Parsons got a sack as well. And they obviously won big. Was it 56-7?
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually, I'm not gonna lie, I did enjoy watching that. That was solely because of like my old hood. You know? I was like, yo, anytime we can stick it to them folk.
Fans happy, huh?
They were pretty happy. The fan was definitely happy. You know, we were a little it was a mixed bag in the Moats household, as you can understand why. You know, at 1 o'clock it felt great. At about 8 o'clock we felt wasn't really liking that too much. So yeah.
To that comment, yeah, he's definitely losing steam. I'll put it to you that way.
So what was your thoughts?
Who knows what happens the last 2 weeks, but yeah.
Yeah. Now, what were your thoughts though when obviously you see him out there and at times he looked like he's laboring. Other times you're asking yourself, is he playing with his hair on fire like normal? But then after the game, when they asked Coach Tomlin about TJ and his ribs, nothing of significance, nothing new, nothing that would have altered his play. To me, I just don't feel like both of those things can be hand in hand. Because when I'm watching him and I'm seeing him chase plays down from the backside, and I'm like, yo, he's not going full speed trying to really make this play. To me, that's him being altered. I mean, honestly, I was a little even more pissed off because I'm like, Coach Steve, you knew he was looking like that on Thursday and Friday. You could have told me that ahead of time and I would have saved my money because I put money on. I put money on because I figured I legit felt that.
I put the 40 bonds.
Because I legit felt that was the matchup. That would have been the difference. TJ would be able to dominate their tackle, especially with their starting one being out. I was like, yo, that's the difference maker in this game. You think Tyreek Hill wasn't even utilized like that outside of the first drive.
Yep.
But yeah, you're watching him like, bro, we're not getting any pressure. Like, he's not even rushing. Like, that part had me hot, man. I'm not gonna lie, had me hot. And I understand now why bettors are so serious about this injury report. Because if I would have had that information, Deke, I promise you, Deke, if I had that information, I'm not putting money on that game like that, bro. But I was under the assumption because he said that everybody was full, everybody's good to go. We're gonna get TJ, and we didn't get TJ. We got 90. Yeah, it was a little different.
To your point, it was right off the bat because he re-injured it.
You saw
how many series in?
Like, it was like maybe 2 series. You see him pull, and I'm like, bro.
But then he sat out like a full quarter almost.
And then came back. Yeah,
was in and out.
Yeah.
He wasn't TJ. It wasn't
not at
TJ.
all, bro.
And what's weird about this one, too, is it's not the groin. Or maybe it is a little bit of the groin. We just don't know. Now it's more of the ribs.
Yeah. But I'm like, man, if you knew it was going to be altered like that, number one, make some roster moves to make sure we got that accounted for. But also, let the people know that he's limited coming into this game because that drastically changes how this defense looks. Would you agree?
You put a lot of cash on this one, huh?
Well, we'll just say I wasn't being a fake fan. How about that? Okay.
Nice.
If we want to put it that way, we'll put it that way. Okay. That was the part for me where I was just like, and I do this. Like, I don't mind, lose it, but it's just like, I felt deceived because I made that move.
What goes around comes around.
Oh, yeah, it's the truth. Yeah. That's why I chalked it up to the game.
You to G.
I chalked it up to the game, bro. I chalked it up. I said, you know what? It is what it is, man. But I was definitely upset about that part, bro, because that changes a lot. And we saw when he was out there, he wasn't out there. And then we saw when he was off the field, like, it really got bad. Now, I will say this. 2 guys in that front 7 I thought did play well, or at least rush well, was Highsmith and Cam. I thought that those 2 guys did consistently provide pressure. But as a whole, this defense isn't constructed to win with just Highsmith and Cam. They need another guy out there creating pressure. They need that outside alpha guy.
We can't have Mondo playing the amount he is. We just can't.
Right, and that to me was the big thing, man. Obviously, Taco came in and provided some stuff.
Yeah, he wasn't terrible.
Yeah, and I thought Simon, in a sense, did some things, but his role was very limited.
I didn't even see him.
He was, dude, I had to realize when he popped up on the screen, I'm like, who was 38?
Oh, that was him.
That was him. I was like, yo, why is this number so stank at outside? And I'm trying to think of my man who was the last 38 that I remembered. And I really couldn't think of no outside.
How do you even pull that off? 38?
Well,
they designate him as an outside linebacker?
They don't have the rules anymore on the jersey numbers. Remember? Yeah. So that's why Ingram was out there with the 20, was it 24 or whatever? Yeah. So I'm looking, and it took me a couple plays. I'm like, who the heck is 38? I'm like, bro, Tuska's 48. It's like Taco's 90. I said, who's 38? And I'm like, oh, that's him. Yeah.
I thought it was just a special teams guy, just
it's filling
leaking into the lineup a little bit somehow.
Yeah, man. As y'all can see my hat today, man. It is by Into the AM. You know, we had to go with that smooth, sleek look. This low key, like, this your look right here.
I know.
This is your look, bro.
I know.
This is your look, bro.
It's a good hat, man. I've worn it multiple times.
I will say this, man. It is very comfy. It's very breathable, too. You can see the mesh on the backside of it, man. Keeps the hat nice and smooth. But more importantly, we got promo codes, ladies and gentlemen. So if you use the promo code MOATS10, all right, MOATS with the number 10, you will receive 10% off of your purchases at Into the AM. Website is right there, intotheam.com. But man, it's awesome, man. The graphic tees they have, the basic t-shirts that they have. Obviously, me and Deke always talk about our contrast and style. I'm more of the graphic t-shirt guy. Deke's more the basic t-shirt guy.
Yep.
But the beauty with Into the AM is they have packages where you can get monthly subscriptions where they send you their freshest, newest color schemes, whether you want the basics or if you want the graphics, all for really nice pricing. And like I said, you can use that promo code that's right there on the screen to add to the pricing discount with that as well. So big time shout out to the homies at Into the AM.